it's Krista here, and Kitten. I just got back from my 10-kilometer hike and I did a little bit of foraging. I'm just gonna set these outside while I let the bugs go to their rightful home, and then I'm gonna bring these back. Hello everyone, it's Krista here with Divine Phoenix Rising. I just wanted to jump in and kind of share with you guys what I did yesterday for Self-Love Day. I honestly just hung out all by myself. I've been doing a lot of that recently. I'm going through a big change, big transformation, and I get lots of cycles. So I did a 10-kilometer, just about 10-kilometer hike yesterday, and I wanted to do a little bit of foraging so I could do some manifestation or spell work, if you will, whatever you want to call it. I'll show you guys just what I'm using here for cleansing and protecting. I make it myself. I've got chamomile, lavender, cedar, nettle, and sage in here. And so I just use the charcoal pucks. I like to make this I usually make it in my mortar and pestle, but you could always blitz it up, make it into even a finer powder. So yeah, I just foraged a couple things yesterday, and I just channeled and wrote down what I was going to be intending them for. I will be leaving them just to dry out on the windowsill or whatever, as you don't want any of your plants molding, right? So I'll start off here with this one. It's a little bit dried up now, but this is fireweed. Oh, attached with a raspberry as well. But so fireweed, this is actually the first plant that grows after a fire. So with my new beginnings that's coming, I also see this as a big symbolization that I'm going to be starting a new cycle here. So all the things that were burned away are now going to be replaced with beautiful foliage. So I just wanted to talk about some of the notes that I wrote down here with Spirit. And you just want to, number one, when you're going foraging around, you want to just look for stuff that's around you, right? That's sustainable, that's available to you, and that you're not going to be over picking, right? You want to make sure that you're allowed to go in there as well, right? Because there could be some sacred areas, things like that. I was just at the park yesterday, so we're all good there. But we got the wild rose as well, so obviously for romance, love, self-love, as well as I got these rose buds or the rose hips, right? So wild rose, I'm using this for relaxation, flourishing heart, help to open my sacral chakra, unblock my heart chakra, self-love, and self-pleasure, right? So also this is taking me to learning that we don't need a man to feel pleasure or to be pleased, right? So doing some self-love in that way as well on my journey, as I have been celibate actually now for over 2 years. It'll be going, it's about 2 years now. This was by choice. I'm actually in recovery from alcohol too, so I've got 15 months in recovery from drugs and alcohol, and alcohol I should say. I do smoke marijuana, and I do use psilocybin for my PTSD that I used to have. I'll be getting more into that, but I guess this is kind of more just like a little vlog of my day, what I did yesterday, and I will be actually getting more into that. I be doing a big move here, doing a relocation, so there's going to be a lot of new plants for me to discover there. Okay, so next we got, and then I'm going to talk about fireweed a little bit here more. So first plant that grows after a fire, sprouting self-love and sovereignty. So calling back your power, moving forward with vigor, coming out of hiding, being noticed, okay? Standing tall, being noticed. And that brings me here to the yarrow as well. Very spiritual. This is used so much in history, medically as well, like even like in the battlefields and stuff like that. I guess this is all like my own interpretation, what I'm going to be using for the spell work. My candle spell or candle manifestation. So yarrow is the most commonly used, one of the most commonly used herbs, okay? Stops bleeding. It's an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antioxidant, antiseptic, diuretic, stops bleeding. It's also the plant of Venus and connects to source and the divine. So healing, courage, and love also from yarrow. So I'll be letting all these dry out. Next we've got here is goldenrod. Now this I just felt like immense like lion energy off the goldenrod. I love goldenrod. I'll actually post in, if I haven't already, added a couple pictures of some bouquets that I made. So the goldenrod is for encouragement and growth here. So lion, courage, solar plexus, and sun energy, right? Taking action, helping me move forward, opening that solar plexus chakra, taking back like any self-esteem, or if you have any self-esteem issues, this could also like helping you be more noticed, be more comfortable being open in front of people, okay? So the Midas touch, calling back your power from all situations, and sovereignty, abundance, okay? So that is what I'm going to be using these for. So I will let those dry out, okay? Next, I just want to show you like some examples of how you can just use every day at home, around your house, okay? So even like my parents, they have a farm, so I opened their cat door and I found all these moths in there. So I have like a jar of moths. Now moths are, same as butterflies in a way, like symbolizing death and rebirth. I get off these two, and like transformation, right? So I have my jar of moss. I'm just showing you some examples. This is thistle, okay? So I use this one for protection if I'm doing any like candle magic, candle spells. So it's got the thorns on it. Same with here, this is the wild rose, but it's got the thorns on it. So using that however you want to. So looking at the plant's properties, okay? This one's raspberry, and I got some cherry seeds in there as well. So when I'm planting new beginnings, planting new manifestations, I will use seeds a lot of the time, okay? And also for protection too, I save my garlic peels and these eggshells here. These came from the farm, so I don't normally save eggshells that are from like Walmart or whatever superstore, but I do save the eggshells from my parents' farm as it's free range or whatever. So I also like blitz up. I'll show you an example here. This is some protection salt. So I've got salt, eggshells, garlic peels, as well as some cedar in there. So salt, garlic peels, shells, and cedar, and you can just sprinkle that on your windows, sprinkle that around your home, around your bed. Also, I've got here is water from a thunderstorm, okay, that I collected, and then I also so it's charged, right? And then I boiled it on the stove, and I purified that, and then also. I've got here just my bigger jar I use for moon water. So yeah, you don't even have to, you don't have to have spring water or whatever. I just use water from the tap, and then I boil it first, okay? You don't have to be all extravagant. Use what you have. So, and then also too, like I've got little things here, like I've got feathers I found. So here's a blue jay feather. This is magpie feather. I did wash all those. That'll be for another video, but I use 99% rubbing alcohol peroxide as well as antibacterial soap. I'll use a soap for that. And then I've got like a bunch of like a little piece of fur that fell off this here, and a bunch of my cat's whiskers that I'll save. I use the whiskers for good luck. So yeah, I mean, you can kind of just get creative. So I'll show you an example of a spell that I made a long time ago. And it actually says release my old life on that bay leaf in there. Okay, release my old life. And I made this when I first moved to Lloyd from Edmonton when COVID hit in 2020, and I am now 15 months sober, and I was trying to release that old life. And in here I had a moth and some rose petals, okay? I had lamb's ear, so being calm and gentle with myself, and the bay leaf, and look, as well as the rose quartz, so being soft and gentle with myself. I've got the salt in there, so you can use like a little jar, right? You can go to the dollar store, just get these little canning jars even if you want to. And yeah, you put your manifestation, and then what I did, I just put my candle on top, as you can see here, and I let it just melt over. Some people like to have it completely sealed. For me, I just believe that it's all about your intention, right? So all about your intention with what you're going to be wanting to manifest, okay? And also, spells you can't just do a spell and then you're just bringing this up. You can't just do a spell and expect it to just work without doing any hard work, right? So you still have to take the proper steps towards doing what it is. Proper steps towards moving forward towards your goals, right? Making goals, writing them down, journaling, okay? So that leads me to this. You can just go, I also go to just the dollar store or whatever. Sometimes they have some really good style spell candles there, just the little smaller ones. These were $1.50. I got 3 of them. Now, if you have some kind of oil or whatever, you can anoint them. That's also for a different video, okay? But I normally, instead of the spell jar, I will just take one of these plates. Now, I just went to the secondhand store and I got myself a little tea set. So that's what I use. I really love the pictures on it. It makes me feel really good. The candle is yellow I'm bringing in prosperity, money, abundance. I'm opening that solar plexus chakra, calling back a lot of my energy, okay? I've also got some moonstone here, and I've got 3 of them. This is representing my feminine energy, okay? So we've got the feminine and the masculine energy here at both times. So I will then be adding yarrow. So you don't have to have these, you don't have to have these dried out. But if you're going to use it for other things or put it in storage, then it is definitely. So I'm just going to take these little flowers off of here, put them around. And so I'm using yarrow for planet of Venus, calling in new loving relationships, okay? New loving relationships. People who reciprocate the energy that I put back. Now, also reciprocating the energy to myself. Self-love, very important. So as I am putting this together, I'm thinking about, I'm talking about healing, courage, okay? Increasing my healing gifts. I am going to be going into a healing job. I am a certified massage therapist and a horse chiropractor. So this is really exciting for me that I get to share this with you guys. And I'm feeling this one here. This is also the root chakra. Stability, okay? Brand new stability and a new home and new loving connections with this budding rose here, okay? New loving connections, calling them in. Now, calling in also new money, new prosperity. Oh, that's beautiful. Sprinkling that all around. Having everything I need and then some. The universe provides for me. Everything I need is provided to me by the universe. Everything I need is provided to me by the universe. By the universe. Calling back all my energy. Now, angels, ascended masters, archangels, spirit and spirit guides, anyone in the blessed white light that wishes to enchant this candle magic to help me move forward on my path to this next new destination, to this new home, calling back all my energy and transmuting all of this energy before it is sent back into my body, sending back all energy that was sent to me. All ill will, intention, evil eye, manipulation sent towards me is all sent back to sender. All energy goes back to where it is most beneficial, back to source. Transmutation. Okay. And then I will light my candle. Make sure when you're using your fire magic, okay? I should call it fire magic. Fire magic, that you're in the vicinity. Make sure you don't leave it unattended, okay? So again, this is staying in my feminine energy, calling in new relationships that are reciprocating, calling in my new soulmate, calling in my passionate lover, calling in my divine masculine, someone who is going to help me balance out my upper and lower lives, my upper and lower selves, okay? Help me, guide me on this path of self-love, self-pleasure, unlocking my heart chakra and helping to unlock my sacral chakra, flourishing heart and relaxation. Relaxation so I am able to receive. Plant of Venus, connecting me to the source and the divine. Healing and courage. Healing lineage for my family and generational trauma and curses. Taking back my energy. And then I will just let this candle go for as long as I need to, and I will either bury the rest of my ingredients here, or I will, if it's not too bad, I flush them down the toilet sometimes, but usually I'll bury it, or throw it in the fire pit, or flush it down the toilet if it's not going to clog anything. But yeah, I will put this on my altar and let it burn for the rest of the day, and that is what I've got for you guys today. I will see you next time.